Hello everybody. This time with the stream today we're going to be doing audio is being handled a little bit differently. I'm doing some new tactics for audio to maybe make it come across a little bit smoother. You guys can let me know if the audio sounds better or worse. Same. I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to post in the Discord, telling people I'm coming, I'm online, and ready to fight. People have been informed. Today we're going to be trying out actually using buffs since they reworked them. Makes me feel a little bit better about using them. So I'm going to try out some people I don't normally play and see how they work with buffs. And as I said, buffs got reworked in the latest patch. I made a video on the patch notes. You can go to SkyMill to also see the patch notes, and hopefully, buffs will be a little bit more balanced now. Looks like we found ourselves a game. Riverside's a pretty good map for testing buffs. It's not super easy to get buffs. Like, I'm gonna start off with Shovelbutt actually. It's not super easy to get off a buff on this map, like say, what's it called? Ruins. But it's easier than Forest. But it's still Tori again. She slept me already. Oh no. The defense buff really helped me out there. Let's pop it again. This will be stage 4. Stage 6 is the new. Then stage 6 now is equivalent to stage 4 used to be. I'm hoping that by what my buffs do is one of them gives me 2 stages of physical defense, one gives me 2 stages of special attack. So I'm hoping the special attack will be more than enough. It's really hard to tell if I'm missing or if it is hit detection. That's the problem. That's the bad thing about Shovelbutt, it's always hard to tell. Alright, so we're fully buffed now. So we should take very little damage and do very large damage. Alright, so they slap us, but they're kind of stuck in the sand pit with us. It's going to be hard for them to do much. I'm glad that they chose Kudoki, because I thought Kudoki is close to Shovelbutt's level. I think Kudoki's a little bit better than Shovelbutt, but close enough to Shovelbutt's level that I don't have to feel super pressured at Shovelbutt, so I can kind of test out his buffs. It's very hard to do much with Shovelbutt because his basic attack seems to have hit problems too. Alright, now they're in bear. So his in bear, this is going to become a real challenge. Alright, so I did do damage there, so I did. This does hit occasionally. Now, my number one problem is that they're using people who are resistant to my attack. As in, they do special damage, not physical damage, and I'm buffed all for physical. As you can see, one use of the sand pit, which is way easier to hit with and way more useful in other ways, does far more than one use of the rock slide. So I think rock slide definitely needs a damage increase. And yeah, rock slide's on a much longer cooldown too. See, can we hit people? Yeah, we can hit a little bit. We got burned, which is never a good thing. Wow, that jump. That twin bear could jump. Oh, he probably jumped dash. What's happening? We time out? So about that though. Alright, so once again, so we need to get our buffs up for our special defense. We've been burned. For some reason it's not letting me buff. Alright, they're having trouble hitting me while I'm buffing because of the terrain. I know that feeling. So rations will counter burn, so it's not too bad. So that's a third stage. It's going to be fourth stage. Yeah, buffing excessively is not great. This fifth stage, still hard. It's hard to get 6 stages of buffs up when you only have to do it one time. So that's good. What the heck was that? So this should be my 6th buff. Yep, that's good. I'm not like immune to damage. Just in case I'm not at 6 stages because of weird stuff happening, I'm going to try to buff again. There I go. Good, the invincibility, that is amazing because it doesn't poison you when you die. Let's try out some Kadoki buffs. What Kadoki does, increasing their damage by 1 stage per buff. Alright, so that's 2 stages of Kadoki buffs. Kadoki is really good at buffing. Does Kadoki's buffs? Oh, round 1 times out. I lost because of timeout. Alright. So I was taking way too long. So that's really good news for buffs. Used to, if you buffed, you were just OP. Oh, yeah, that hurt. And I think it might have canceled my buff. Alright, good. The damage I'm doing after buff is hard to get off buffs, first off. Second off, the buffs I do get off aren't making me ridiculously powerful. But now here is the real thing. Is Slifer going to be broken with his buffs? That's one more buff and I'm going to be max attack with Slifer. This is super easy. You get max buffs with Slifer. That has been my main problem, is how easy buffs are to get. Let's see, does this make him overpowered? I couldn't actually hit there. Need to hit you. Holy crap, it didn't. Stun lock him to death. I'm pretty sure a bite's gonna one-shot him at this low of a health with my buffs on, which is fine in my opinion. The buffs need to do something for you. Alright, they dodged, good. Perfect. Now I need to hit them when they're at full health. Because right now bite does apparently about as much damage as... Nope. That's way too much damage. It should not basically one-shot you. Alright, so let's see. If this one-shot's in bear, that's too much. Yep, that's too much. And then Skulkin. Full health Skulkin. A full health Skulkin gets one-shotted. That's way too much. And they teleport right before I bite them, so it's kind of hard to hit them. Yep, one hit, full health Skulkin. So now I would really like to try see how much damage it does when I buff myself per se. Or good, they're buffing too. This is gonna be 2 stages. I am very curious of what it would look like if we do a stage 4 buff rather than stage 6 buff. We should be about stage 4 right now with our buffs. Okidoki in particular. Oh no, I accidentally buffed that into it. Alright, we'll try out a stage 5 buff. Okidoki. Seems fine for his basic attack. If I can hit, that's good on his basic attack. Yeah, stage 5 is fine on Kadoki. I think this is literally exactly what buffs should look like. Makes me feel like I'm doing good damage. So now I'm going to switch to Slifer. Buff up twice. And see how he looks on stage 4. If he still one-shots even when he's only stage 4 buff, then that's going to be way too much. Let me hit you, please. Don't kill me yet. I need to test for science. Alright, perfect. Stage 4 is where the buffs should be. And now I'm going to switch out a Slifer so I can just give them a fair fight. I don't want to cheese them. Don't want him to get an unfair advantage or anything, so I'm not going to use stage 6 buffs still. I'm going to stop my buffs at stage 4, which is an improvement. Before I was stopping them at stage 2, so we've improved. Stage 6 is still OP though. So I will put it in my suggestion to be buffs should be limited. Stage 6 should be what stage 4 is now. Either that or Slifer's attack should be lowered. As long as they don't poison me over here, I'll be able to test out my defensive buffs. This is stage 1 defensive buff. Stage 2 defensive buff. And stage 3 defensive buff. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get stage 4 off in time. Stage 4 defensive buff. And they poisoned me, so I didn't get it off in time. Alright. I'm going to assume stage 4 is going to be fine for defensive buffs, because stage 3 doesn't seem overwhelming, and stage 4 is not going to be a huge gap between stage 3 and 4, I don't imagine. They're countering mech it perfectly, in my opinion. Alright, Kadoki, let's see how you handle Mekid. Not Mekid, that's Skulkin. So now it's just going to be me just fighting the fight. We're going to teleport when I get close. Yep, there it is. How do I counter teleporting when I get close? With homing shots. Of course, but now I'm dead. Ooh, that'd be so cool if that wind attack actually blew that away. I'm gonna put up a small wall, and then run, and then buff. Just one time. I'm gonna do it again. Oh, that hit. He did really good with that hit. I shouldn't have stayed where I was. And this is GG. Oh, no, that almost got him. Almost unlocked him with the, Oh no, this is gonna run, let me die. Yep, GG. I've stopped caring about player score because it doesn't really matter. I was just in a competition with Ferret, but there's no way I'm beating Ferret in that competition. So Pi Marlon. Toki's medal looks much better now. Hello Sir Fang, hello everybody. First restarting the game because following as the devs told us. I say GG. GG Torres able to get some really good oh no, that wasn't Umberto, that was me. So she's fighting Umberto. So, how do you think they should add, or do you think they should add icon next to Kinfolk's face, like a red fist that shows buff stage? Yes, I think that adding an icon to show you what stage buff you're at would be nice. I've just been kind of keeping head count a little bit, but it would be nice so I didn't have to, because sometimes I'd get stunned and the buff went off, but I think I got some pretty accurate testing done. So now that that's done, I'm going to test something different with Shovel Butt, as playing him as a tank who uses Quicksand, Rush, and Bite. I do think that Rations is just going to be better than Peach. I can do some more Slifer testing as well, because in this team, do some more mechid testing and stuff like that. Basically just a slightly altered version of the team I was just using. Tori's going back to work. Going into another public. Yes, buffs have been nerfed, but Slifer still one-shots with stage 6. So I think that stage 6 should do what stage 4 does now, because that makes Slifer's Bite turn into essentially Gentle Gaze's Beam. And Gentle Gaze's Beam leaves you a lot more vulnerable and is a lot harder to hit than Slifer's Bite. They did just nerf buffs, but which works amazingly for which works absolutely wonderfully for what was I just saying? But yeah, which works wonderfully at stage 4 now. But stage 6 still lets you one-shot. So I think that they might need to tone it down a little bit more. Oh, I was just responding to some stuff. Wasgara says maybe they should make buffs harder to activate, like maybe make them take longer to activate or to use. I've considered that myself about, I think right now buffs are very easy to activate. But even if they're super hard to activate, like let's say you take 5 seconds, 10 seconds to pull a buff off. I still don't think that's fair with Slifer, you only needing to do that 3 times, and then you can one-shot your entire enemy roster. Yes, sharpen buffs your attack by 2 stages. Um, right now, Doki's vines are kind of weak, but if you do sleep them and put the vines on them, it's alright. It's a decent combo, but I think that if you buff Kadoki's attack with his special attack stage and you get him to about stage 4, those vines do some nasty work. It's a lot of work to get to stage 4 with Kadoki's buffs, but that's how buffs should be in my opinion. It makes it so you have to do a lot of work and then you make one of your combos devastating. I wouldn't call it broken though. Like Slifer's Bite is just broken when you have him at stage 6. So with Kadoki, I would just say, if you sleep Vine, you're gonna come really close to a kill, if not a kill. His buff upgrades his special attack and his physical attack by 1 each stage, which I think is good for Kadoki, because with Kadoki's, he uses both physical and special, I think. It seems, I can't 100% confirm. I've only played it a couple rounds back there, like 3 rounds, I think. It seems his buffs do buff his vines, in addition to buffing stuff like, say, his wind attack as well. And as Garrus says, yeesh, I think it'd be a good idea to make it either was 1 stage. To make it a 1 stage, I lost my train of thought, right? Are you talking about Slifer's buff right now? If you're talking about Slifer's being a 1 stage, I think Sharpen is too strong. Could just nerf the move itself. The problem with that would be that Kadoki has something that gives himself 1 attack and 1 special attack, and then the dynamic of it is they think using the buff, you need to get 2 stages worth of value per buff, which I can understand. But the problem with nerfing Slifer Sharpen in particular is, even if you nerf Sharpen, he can still get to the ability to one-shot you. He's very fast, very hard to hit kinfolk. If you're on Ruins, particularly, it's virtually impossible, no matter how good you are at the game, to kill a Slifer before they can get even 6 buffs off. Because he can just jump, use bounce, jump, dash, etc. Then come at you, bite you 1 time, and you're dead. And if he has rations, he could kite you around as well to get his health back up as he does the buffs and etc, etc. And they particularly said they didn't want to have any one-shot abilities in the game. So that's what I'm worried about, is the one-shots. Yeah, to give good counter moves, I do think that everything does need a good counter to it. Can't disagree there. Oh, you're sleepy. It's looking like there's not a lot of people on today. Honestly, I'm hoping that Wave 2 comes in sooner rather than later, because it's getting harder and harder to find games. But I got my main testing done. I got to see that buffs were in a much better place. Beyblade Kadoki, what about making Sharpen 5 or 6 seconds, because it would make up for moving around and doing a 2-second thing? I think that they should definitely make Sharpen harder to move. Yeah, you can't move while you're buffing. They should make Sharpen harder to use, but still, the main thing I'm focused on is it gives you a one-shot when you reach stage 6 regardless, so we need to make it so it doesn't do that, because they said, the devs specifically said they do not want one-shots in the game. One-shots aren't fun, and it wasn't fun for me finding Tori there and one-shotting her whole team. It wasn't fun when I fought Ed and he one-shotted my whole team. Nobody in that situation was having fun. Tori probably didn't have fun when I one-shotted the whole team either. So one-shots just aren't fun. I think if you do a two-shot, it requires more skill, because that you have to put yourself in a situation where, hey, I have to go buff 3 times. And after you buff those 3 times, you're like, I can two-shot you now. Instead of, I buff 3 times, I win the game. Unless you make a colossal mistake. I mean, unless I make a colossal mistake, sorry. I think Slifer is really well balanced. He's probably the most well balanced of all the kinfolk. It's just that the buffs are still just a little bit out of tune. But they are listening to feedback and applying it, which makes me super happy. Sir Fang says, wait, you can't melee while moving? Umberto put that as a suggestion, alpha suggestions. I don't even know you could do that. Ooh, I found an opponent. Here, I'll show you right now. Sir Fang, you can't melee while moving, no, for the most part. I'm not super familiar with melees, to be completely honest with you, but you normally can't do it while moving, so I'll show you. As we're fighting Barry. Oh yeah, they have the names up on the top, by the way, now, if you guys didn't notice. So look, I'm running, and then I have to stop to attack. Like that, it doesn't let you keep attacking while you run. Ooh. I've been stuck. I really shouldn't probably be buffing with Shovel Butt versus Bear. I'm gonna try Bite with Shovel Butt. There we go. Shovel Butt is 2 stages of defense now. So it's going to be very hard. I mean, 4 stages of defense now, so it's going to be very hard for Mechid to stand up with me, and we might actually see what Shovel Butt can do after being buffed up with buffs. Still Mechid does too much damage for me to counter with that. If I would have played it a little bit smarter, I think I would have been fine though. They do attack buff, I do defense buff, we're even. I think right there the problem wasn't that if I would have played a little bit smarter, I would have been able to beat that Mechid with Shovel Butt. Yes, if you get 2 buffs off with Shovel Butt, Shovel Butt becomes a much better option. Alright, so let's try to get some special defense up for Mechid. We're going to need to get in close, that means we're going to have to take hits. Oh no, my game crashed. This is a test build, Sir Fang. I'm running a Shovel Butt to test him out to see how he plays with the change to buffs. Because I really didn't like using buffs before because I felt like they were unfair. Barry Dude confirmed he crashed. He apologizes for said crash, but nothing he can do about it. It's not his fault. Buffs are sort of broken, I think Alpha said. Yeah, buffs are sort of broken. They've been fixed significantly, but they're still broken at the top when you get higher up. But yeah, I'm running Shovel Butt as this team I'm running right now is like a test team. This isn't my main team, my competitive team, I guess you'd say. I've decided to forsake the player score race with Umberto and Fun, and I just want to focus on making the game better for everybody. So I'm just gonna. I got too swept up in the adrenaline of like, yeah, we gotta go get the player score. So I'm just gonna focus on testing underpowered kinfolk, in my opinion, and testing out making positive they're underpowered, like getting good with them and making positive that they are underpowered, and I'm not just writing them off. I'm testing out mechanics I think might be overpowered or underpowered, like buffs. I'll probably do some debuff testing at some point because I think debuffs are a little underpowered. So right now this is all about me just trying to make the game a better experience for everybody when Wave 2 finally gets in. Because I've trained myself up to where I'm decent at the game now. And, yeah. Now that I'm decent enough at the game that I don't suck horribly, I can use that general experience to apply it to weaker kinfolk and weaker builds and stuff like that and try to make those builds work. Let's see if I can't pull off something cool with it. Games are coming slow today, but I think a lot of people are busy right now, sadly. So we're not seeing a lot of stuff today. I did get some really good testing done. Those two games are phenomenal from a playtest standpoint because I got some extremely valuable information on buffs. Like Shovel Butt puts up a really nice fight against Mekid, and Mekid does huge damage with his basic attack. His basic attack is just huge damage. The trade-off is really hard to hit with it, but I was literally trading one-for-one punches with Mekid, and I might have won if I had Peach or if I was at full health. I might have literally been able to beat him with my sand pit that I put him in. And that was really nice to see. There was one particular suggestion that somebody made, which was to make it so that you could see whether or not certain attacks did special damage or physical damage and how much damage they did and so on and so forth. That would be extremely helpful. With testing out stuff like I'm doing right now. Looks like we might have to have an even shorter stream today than we did yesterday. I am gonna be taking Saturday off, so I was hoping that we could get a better good stream in today, but it doesn't seem like there's many people around. Hmm. We'll try a couple more queues. Does anybody have any questions about the alpha that you want answered, or have any kinfolk you want to see, like what their movesets do, what their items do? While we wait. Is there anything that I can show you in the menus you would like to see of Kadoki? I added Kadoki to my main team, so I do plan on playing him a lot more. But, if you mean to just see his moves, here's Kadoki's full moveset. I think Thrash is, Thrash. Thrash is trash, but no, really though, I think Thrash is not that great of an ability. It locks you. You do 5 attacks, but you are locked in place with a melee attack. And that's not something you want to do. You don't want to be, animation locked with a melee attack. Oh yeah, the newsletter. I think they're going to be talking about how the alpha's going. They might do something like a top 5, top 10 of the players score in the alpha. Ooh, we found a game. And they're probably going to mention Wave 2. I don't know. I want to believe they're going to give a rough release date for Wave 2. Alright, I was about to say who the heck was I fighting? I'm fighting Stormy. Perfect map buffs. So let's see. So they have a Ember. They're buffing him up. That's how many buffs we can get off before they get here, because we need special defense. Remember, I'm only going up to 4 because I'm trying to test the theory that 4 buffs is ideal. We're going to see how easy it is to get just 4 buffs when that's what your entire intention is doing, is just buffing your kinfolk as much as you can. These 4 buffs right now, that was little fast, but remember, if they do reduce it down to make it so that 6 equals what 4 is now, I think it would end up being a pretty good compromise. So now, they're probably thinking we're on the run. Barely doing any damage to us. Rations is going to easily make up for a lot of the damage. Like their basic attack. Let's hope they don't switch to anybody else. Well, never mind, because this does give us physical and... Yeah, because they have physical and special, so it doesn't matter. They switch, and that made Ember's nuke attack barely scratch us, but still do significant damage. Enough to make the other player not feel bad. I've been burned, so that's going to counter my rations. That shouldn't have hit, I don't think, honestly. That probably should have hit, so I guess it's even now. It's very difficult to catch ranged people when you're melee, as you can see right now. But that's something they're talking about working on, is making melee a little bit more viable. There goes Mekid. So who's next? Alright, so... That was my bad. Alright, so Slifer. You can see just how fast Slifer is. What I meant by that. Made it very hard for them to catch up. If I didn't misclick right there, I would have got off another buff easy. Ooh, they caught me that time. That was really good on them. Also, I'm not the best Ruins player. By a long shot. Ruins is my worst map. I'm not going to buff anymore because that would one-shot them. Yep, that's perfect. That does about half their health. And it wasn't hard to do at all, and I could have easily done a third one. So yeah, that was stage 4. So I think the stage 4 now should be what stage 6 is now. Almost to the letter. Alright, Shovel Butt ain't gonna stand no chance against that bear. But let's see. Oh, I did not mean to do that. That was a complete waste of time. That buff doesn't even help me. did. Very embarrassed, basically just wiped my whole team. Alright, so I'm gonna need to go Slifer, buff. Only been beaten embarrassed, Slifer, buff, buff. Right, so there's a Slifer, buff, buff. Alright, so now I'm going to go Shovel Butt. If they're going to be using Mech Hit, I'm going to use Shovel Butt and buff him twice. Right, so they're probably buffing their Mech Hit. I'm glitching inside of a wall. Mech Hit's not supposed to look... Oh, I did not mean to do that, but that'll give me a good example because I've never seen 6 defense in play, so this will actually probably be good for testing. Yeah, 6 defense in play is way too powerful. That literally Mech Hit does the most damage in the game. I'm pretty sure, and that is literally basically meaningless right now. I did not mean to buff. Dang it, I need to move the buff key. Ooh, this mech is definitely not taking much damage. Alright, I know how to kill mech kids with this build I have going on that requires Kadoki. I'm gonna have to put them, so there they go, they're going Skulkin now. No one in my team is going to get Skulkin, so I'm probably going to lose here, but the data I got was invaluable. Some already burned poison doesn't matter. Move, please. I'm stuck. They also have the new death animations, as you guys can see. Let's see if I stand a chance. Nope, they poisoned me. That was a really laggy attack right there. I did not mean to buff. I gotta stop misclicking. So many misclicks, but it doesn't matter. We're gonna win anyways because I do think Skulkin might be a little bit overpowered because of poison. So, with that being said, I've collected sufficient information on buffs. Yeah, maybe Thrash could let you turn slowly. That would definitely help. Jump animations maybe a little bit too squishy, maybe? Yeah, my name is getting buried in the circles on the top. Try attacking when you can folks die and auto switches. In the middle 3-second multiplication. I think so. I think that is exploitable. I think they said that nothing will cancel that invincibility. TBH, when I play Pokemon, I've actually never used buffs because of how annoying they are and competitive. Most people focus on setting up sweepers and such to literally sweep teams with 1-shots and 2-shots instead of battling like normal people. I can see why Tamer wants to avoid 1-shots, especially with fewer monsters in your team. Yep, those death animations. How have the matches gone today, Delirium? Thank you, Delirium, for visiting us again. You've been here for like almost every stream now, and they've been going really good. I've got some really great testing done. Today we've been mostly testing out various builds. So Shovel Butt's melee build is not looking great. I think his ranged build does much more work. So now, with this all being said and done, I'm going to go to my main team. And then just try to play normally without testing the buffs and see how just the normal gameplay flows. But yeah, about the sweeps, the one thing they do to help avoid sweeps on here is once you switch your kinfolk out, you cannot, you don't, the buffs don't carry over. So like if I get my Slifer to +6, and +6 in my ideal world would be him two-shotting people. That would make it so, you know, I couldn't switch from Slifer. If I got him buffed up, I spent all that time getting him buffed up. You sound like you really focus on test specifically. What do you do exactly? Of course, I just want to play the game, but I will be an alpha tester, not just a player. This time I've spent the past few days just playing. You know, I've just been feeling how the game feels, if that makes sense. Just seeing how it goes, making sure the general flow of combat went fine. And now we've kind of gotten to a point where the general flow of combat feels good. It feels good to play the game. Now I'm focusing on balancing. Alright, bye Marlon. Depending on how our games go, we might have to get the stream early again, but we're slowly starting to get more people in here to play with, so that's nice. But thanks you for stopping by. Right now, today, I have been focusing on balance testing with buffs. Now I'm going to go back to seeing gameplay flow, because I want to test out this new invincibility frames. I'm fighting Stormy again. I just want to see how the overall gameplay improves now. I'm just going to play normally, like nothing has changed. I might add buffs into my rotation now because they're in a better spot. They used to be. Used to literally stage 2 buffs that did what stage 4 buffs do now. I went right into that fire, gotta watch out for that. Tonight I'm going to be writing an essay, I guess you could call it that. It's going to be a multi-page document with all my opinions on every kinfolk, every move, buff, item, all that stuff, and my experiences with them. That's why I'm kind of tying up loose ends today. Anything I wanted to test that I haven't got to test yet, I'm testing today. Yep, and poison is, I do agree, overpowered. A lot of people have been saying it. I was like, I don't think Skullkin's that overpowered, and I still don't think Skullkin's overpowered. I think poison is overpowered. I think Skullkin might be the best kinfolk in the game right now, but I think that's more along the lines of the other kinfolk. Oh man, yeah, I forgot that horrible glitch where you get rid of poison if you have that thing on any of your people. I switched to Gentle Gaze to avoid the poison Skullkin, and it cured my Skullkin of poison. I think the other kinfolk are not on Skullkin's level because that other issues with the game that don't have to do with balance. Like, Troll Butt would be amazing if his hit detection was better. Kadoki would be better. Excuse me, if he had more, what am I trying to say here? More moves. Sorry, it's hard to think at the same time. Slifer and Mechid would be better if jumps had stamina, which they do now. I mean, not now, but they will. Alright, so Umberto showed me Ember can wreck face even against people who I thought he was good against, were good against him, like Ace. But I should have put the buff on Ember. That would probably be superior to Fireball, because I barely hit with Fireball. Move, 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 Ember, move! Don't get caught by a Mechid. Being caught by Mechid's a death sentence. See, but I think that's alright, that getting caught by Mechid's a death sentence, because Mechid is so slow when he's not glitching around the riverside. So it kind of makes it fair that if Mechid catches you, he does a huge chunk of damage. Wonder if I can trick them into thinking that it's still their poison and they run into mine. So I put it like right there with theirs. Gentle gaze it down. I love the new death animations for people though. It's very they did a really good job on them. You see how we're both jumping so much? This is gonna change soon. Next future update. I don't think it's gonna be the next update, but it's gonna be changing. GG. This kind of looks like Ember's getting washed down the river there. That's kind of funny. I think Ember honestly has potential to be the best kinfolk in the game right now. In the right hands, like Umberto's Ember is literally unbelievable. Ember is probably one of my favorites. He's definitely in my top 3. He's fire type, and I really like fire. He's ranged. I really like ranged combat. I can't use any of my abilities. Skulkin, why you feel me, Skulkin? Come here, Mechid. You can play a little bit. I can get you to sleep. Nope, got away. I'm stuck. Killing Mechid without having something on him is going to be almost impossible. Well, something on him, something like a burn. He is way too tanky. Depends on if they have rations on him or not. Well, I suppose. No, Ember. Yep, this is why I save Skulkin for Mechid most of the time. Well, even if they have rations, burn is still going to be great. Yeah, they weren't going to be able to dodge that because their stamina was out. There's currently a glitch that makes your kinfolk light up like this. So even if they poison me, I'm fine for a little bit. Because my flower, my antidote. I was about to say they better not hit them because they teleported at a perfect time. They use teleport as an evasive maneuver, which is something I've struggled to do. So I have respect for that. Okay, they got me, If I knew that was over. That was wonderful play on their part. They're actually able to hit me with one of those slows. Those slows are a lot harder to hit than you might think they would be. don't have time to buff, I don't have time to think, or anything, because I'm poisoned. There's a bunch of weird noises. Alright, GG, lost round 2, so now, so far, there's been pretty much no issue with, as to the invincibility being overpowered. Like, as far as I've been playing, the invincibility, those 3 seconds of invincibility have been nothing but nice. Didn't seem to be too much exploit going on there, because most of the time you want to get away from your opponent to so they don't stun lock you to death, because usually if they kill you, you might be in a stun lock situation, or in poison, or in fire, or something like that, and you don't really want to stick around and risk your thing running out and then you being put in a pretty big trouble there. I'm glad I hit that. That's a really, really meaningful hit. Oh man, I thought that hit. They out-embered me. I guess they did have the buff on, which further lends to me wanting to put my buff on. I'm gonna keep running until my poison recharges, so that I can use poison as soon as I get out again, and then I'm gonna switch. So I can be immune to poison for a couple of hits. But they're out of stamina. They just missed with that attack. It's going to be very hard for them to counter my heals, but with Skullkin in particular, I mean, because I am immune to poison, and Skullkin's main thing is that he isn't, you know, he has area denial there. That's his main counter. Got me because I was out of stamina, or I messed up the dodge. I wasn't paying attention. I think that I'll probably replace Rush with the buff, because that'll make Gentle Gaze a much better Skullkin fighter. You're almost unkillable against Skullkin, honestly, if I have the poison on, buff my special defense, and have heals. There we go, got the poison in them. Holy crap, I can't believe I actually hit them with the slow. RGG. Restart the game to avoid crashes. He's messaged me on Discord. Let me just check. comments. Ooh, there's a lot. So I left off with Marlon saying he's gone. Is there music for each arena or one for all three? Right now there's only one for all three. I'm not sure what they plan on doing with music later. Thank you, Brilliant Loser, for the follow. Julian Plus says this stage is insanely important for developers to see what to work on. It's super nice to see that you test the game. Wasgaris says Riverside is by far the most beautiful. Yes, it is absolutely gorgeous. Also, I'm going to make a video asking on the game what software to use for editing. I'm actually going to be just writing it, and sending it to the developers. Whether or not they choose they want to share that with people, because I do know a lot about breaking the game right now that makes you kind of stupidly overpowered. I don't really want to share that to everybody until they can fix it, because that could make people's experience less fun. But the software I use for editing is very simple. It is called... I can't check right now. the game's being mad at me when I try to go to my desktop. It's like some simple free editing software I found. If I can minimize the game, I'll just turn the game off so I can answer that question real quick. Won't take long at all. It is VideoPad video editor. Very simple software. Not that hard to learn or use, and it's free. Kinji Fate's got some very anime battles. Yeah, that'd be cool. BM Plus says, yeah, it's definitely close to how I do my own, because different. That is how I do a Tamer file, only difference. Oh, hey, Chopper. This game looks pretty great. The jumping definitely needs to get the stamina usage, though. Yes, it does. Wonder how Pokemon will react the game come out. I mean, not at all, probably, yeah. The Delirium said it's Pokemon. It's probably not going to react at all to it. Yeah, they'll probably just ignore it. They have no reason to give any notice. Nice, they do phenomenally well on sales news coverage, yeah. It might do something then. Alright, so Billy, the first time seeing the game, man, it looks smooth. Can't believe it's alpha. TBH, a lot of things make the show. Yeah, a lot of things do make the alpha show, kind of, like in the bug department, but as far as the graphics and gameplay goes, it's very smooth. The UI, the fighting, the environments, they all make it obvious. It is the lighting, or the UI, the lighting, the environments, they all make it obvious it's alpha. It feels more like a beta than an alpha, if I'm being completely honest. But that is really good. It will have a turn-based options, like Chopper said, but that's in the full game. We have no idea exactly how the turn-based will play. That's going to be in the full game only, and it's going to be optional. It's going to be turned off by default. The action combat is the default, and you will be able to turn the turn-based on, because that was a stretch goal in the Kickstarter. Yeah, it's not going to be used in PvP, I don't think, Delirium. Yeah, PvP won't likely be an option unless the opponent has the same setting on. If PvP turn-based will be a thing at all, yeah. People asked for turn-based as an option, so they made it a stretch goal. Yeah, like Chopper said, if they do it, there'll probably be a separate queue for turn-based PvP and action PvP. The turn-based is the turn-based part is mainly for people that want to have something more close to what they're normally used to with Monster Tamer games, single player, as far as I'm aware. Chopper, I won't use turn-based, but I'm interested to see what it looks like. And Danger Noodles is having turn-based will basically require them making a new game. It's going to be curious to see how they do it. That's for sure. I will definitely play through an entire run on turn-based just to see how it plays, and also I'm probably going to beat the game like 500 times. Because it's going to have like New Game Plus and stuff. Well, I do think a lot of things look quite off. That makes me excited. This is literally day 6 of the first alpha release. This is so early. It was pre-alpha just a week ago. In other words, this isn't super good looking, but very promising. That sums it up about as best as I could do it myself. Like, do better than I could do it myself. Plus, I get it, but it would be a bummer if you have a type of disability. You can't play PvP. It's only action combat. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna have to go into Q now, and I'm fighting Ferret again. I forgot to change my moveset. Yeah, they might do multi-queues for the PvP then. Because obviously you can't have a turn-based player fight a action player. That just, you know, that wouldn't work. It's not possible. But what they might do instead is have multiple queues. They are really listening to popular demand for the game. Like, when the community asks for something, they go like above and beyond trying to make it work. Oh no, I'm stuck. Like, if you take, for example, the graphics in the Kickstarter trailer, and then you look at the graphics in the alpha, there's a huge improvement. That improvement came because the people particularly said they would like to see a graphical improvement, because the graphics were looking pretty rough. And so they did a graphical improvement, the alpha. That was one of their main priorities, was to improve the graphics, because so many people requested it. It was like, I think, the most requested upgrade. Balance. They weren't planning on doing a balance patch anytime soon, like a dedicated one until the bugs were fixed, but they were able to squeeze in adjusting buffs because it was such a hugely requested feature. I think I've lost. He poisoned me. I wasn't good enough to beat him with my gentle gaze. Since my Ember's been poisoned, I don't think there's much chance for me to win at this point. Am I not doing damage to him? I swear it looks like I hit him a couple times. I got a homing shot right here. Yeah, the homing shot connected. I'm pretty sure I saw the end hit damage. I can't believe my skull can survive this long. I think I hit him with poison that time. Unless he has Chrysantidote on literally all of his folk, then... I mean, really he only needs it on one if he knows about the... You know, he did report the bug on the Chrysantidote, so he obviously knows about it. So it's all about whether or not he's willing to abuse the system to cure poison. Because there's a glitch right now where you can use that ability to cure poison on any of your kinfolk. Even ones that don't have it, all you have to do is switch to the kinfolk that has the antidote, and you'll cure everybody. Which is something they know about and are working on, by the way. Oh yeah, my 4 plants missed that chance. I'm stuck. Oh, I've been poisoned. Gotta get a couple buffs in. weird. My aim reticle has changed. I'm gonna assume he has the antidote on either Ember or Gentle Gaze because he switches to them when he's fighting me. When we used to only fight with Skullkin before, so I fought Parrot a good few times. Where's the Skullkin at? Where's his Ember? We'll caught him off guard. So I'm getting some lucky shots in. I don't care where it goes, I just care that it goes down fast. So I didn't like take the time aiming it. Hit him a couple more times. Return, lock on off. I changed in mid-jump. Right when he was launching his attack, that was a pretty bad move for me. I'm sorry I'm so quiet, by the way. It's just that fights like this can get really intense. But yeah, I am liking the invincibility change. I mean, that makes you invincible after when you kinfolk dies. It's literally even at a really high tier versus Ferret, who's like the #1 ranked player and literally right up there with the most powerful of the players, next to like somebody like Umberto Bajorn and stuff like that. I'm not seeing it make a difference one way or another for either of us. Yeah, so he has a antidote on his Gentle Gaze. I can at least make him not get killed from it. If I can't poison him. If I do it dead center though, it'll stop them from getting healed by it. GG. So now I know I just need to be a lot more careful. As long as his Gentle Gaze is alive, my poison's not going to do much because he's just going to switch to it. Yeah, there he goes. Hopefully I hit him with Burn then. Because Burn will take his rations off if he has rations on anybody. probably going to freak him out if I do this. He's probably going to think I'm trying to get heals. Doesn't matter because he uses the poison attack anyway. I was trying to lure his poison out of him. Ooh, that almost backfired. I was going to try to get him to use that attack, but he used it earlier than I wanted him to. I really need to change my moveset after this. Perfect trade for me. See if I can lure his gentle gaze back out by poisoning somebody. If I poison somebody, it's either gonna, oh wow, he's poisoned. Is his gentle gaze actually dead? I mean, that's a really risky move. Keeping a poison kinfolk out when you have when he's using antidote to cure his whole team and stuff like that. I was hoping he wouldn't see that coming through the smog. If he is poisoned and he's not pulling out gentle gaze, it has to be dead, or that he thinks it's dead. Oh well, that's alright, that my gentle gaze is dead too. Oh, he hit me with poison. I gotta keep away from him for long enough to get my poison back up. Alright, cool. I think I got a Skulkin. Yep, so he can't use homing shot on me with Skulkin. There we go, we just did huge damage to Cypher. Oh, I'm so slow. Oh, he's buffing his attack now. Yeah, I think he's going to get me with Cypher's buffed attack. Depends on how many times he gets to buff it. Oh, so he has fire on. He's burned, so that's good. Good, he was stuck by Thrash there, couldn't do anything. If he tries to bounce into me, my vines will protect me. Burn makes it so he can't heal. No, he got me. Crap, that was so close. If I would have been just a little bit quicker on the draw, I might have put him to sleep. Oh, nice. Delirium talking about you might have a playable demo soon. Let me go ahead and deal with that person I didn't see when I was in chat. And bot. Dawn bot. Alright, so let's change things up a bit. You get armor up. You get ruminate. Yes, so Delirium Plus is doing a 2v2ve arena brawler where you play as an alien bounty hunter trying to catch bounties. That actually sounds pretty interesting. Oh, bye. I was Garis. Sorry I didn't get to say goodbye to you sooner when I was in game. Yep, so far so good. This new patch is holding up very well. Oh, nice, brilliant loser. You're gonna put on a playable demo of your board game soon. What's your board game about? Also, how is the audio sounding today, guys? Does it sound any better than before if you are a veteran viewer, or if you're a new viewer, just how does it sound in general? I've done some different things to try to change the audio, and I was just trying to get some feedback on whether it is better or worse than it used to be. What is it? Brilliant loser. Players play as monster tamers and build team monsters. This is grid-based tactic games. Mechanics let players level and capture new monsters between matches. That is actually wonderful. Alright, so Funfair says audio is a bit quiet. Let me just turn that up then. That's no problem. I can just do that very easily. Delirium Plus's goal of a match is for your team to beat the other team at Bounty. Thank you, Brilliant Loser, for your feedback as well. I turned the audio back up. Now I had turned it down earlier because I thought it was maybe a little bit too loud, but I can adjust the volume of it on a fly. But anything else, like if there's like any static or noise and stuff like that, might take me a little bit more looking. By the way, Brilliant, if you want, you can, if you're on, I don't know if you know about the Kindred Fates Discord, but you can find me on there. I've been posting a lot in the alpha discussion, or find my Discord any way you can. And actually here, I will just link my subscriber Discord, on my YouTube subscriber Discord for, you guys in the chat. You guys can come over here and join us in that Discord if you want. And once you're in there, you will be able to find me very easily, and you can shoot me a DM with the link to your game. I'd like to check that out. I like monster taming stuff that goes beyond just video games. Thank you. I will definitely look at it. So it's been like an hour since I did my last call out. I might do another call out soon. Ghost Head has joined my Discord server. Would that be you, brilliant loser? To spread Monster Tamer stuff to board games, tabletop RPGs, dude. I'm actually working on when I say working on, I mean very bare bones, barely started, but I'm working on my own Monster Tamer tabletop. I was using a system from another tabletop game I never actually got around to finishing. I love tabletop RPGs. I've been playing them for like been running games for like 14 years. Played all kinds of different games, many different indie games, and of course Dungeons and Dragons, but many things besides Dungeons and Dragons as well. I am a hugely passionate about tabletop role-playing games. They've been a huge part of my life. But I'm going into a match, so I will have to comment more on that after the match. We're going against Ferret again, and it's on his map. Here's a Skullkin coming at me. What the heck was that? I teleported. I meant to put on poison and I teleported. My Gentle Gaze got poisoned, even though... What? I have the Chrysanthemum on, though. There it goes, took the poison off finally. Nice Skullkin. I need you to help me out here, buddy. See how these buffs treat us. Buff while in the heal. Okay, that's not working out too well. Definitely putting a little bit difficult on us right now. Kindred has an ability to really mess up our lives when it comes to buffing. I wonder if I can heal through my damage here. Okay, there I go, but he burned the crap out of me though. I think he's dead. So watching out for his Skullkin is definitely key, because if I get poisoned from being stupid like I've done in the past, then I'm gonna lose. In fact, I'm just gonna go for fire instead of poison, because I know he's just gonna use his antidote on the poison. Alright, I think he's coming for me with the poison right now. If he had to hit me with it, basically he literally just ran up on me. Put himself in a huge risk, getting close and everything like that, which now he's just gonna run away. Yep, I'm dead. Too many of my people have been poisoned. Everybody's been poisoned now. So all he has to do is just not get hit by me, and then he wins. There's nothing I can do because I can't poison him because he has a gentle gaze and it'll cure anybody. And the rations that the Skullkin has on him is going to make it so the burn's irrelevant. And she's just life for the run right now. Sorry, there's not much commentary, but there's not really much to commentate on. It's just he poisoned me and he's just going to run around until I die from poison, so not a whole lot of gameplay going on. A little bit of gameplay that is going on like that is he basically just waited around the corner, pop bounce, and then hit into me. There we go. So now we can actually get another chance. So I'm just going to be careful with Gentle Gaze, because once Gentle Gaze dies, then my Skullkin start the game dead. And he's just in his death animation now. Already perked up. Alright, so let's see how we can do things. There we go, we're doing things lovely. Got rid of his problem child immediately. My stag is much less important to me than his is to him. That was a trade I'm happy to make. That was a horrible shot with poison. So now he's going to play now that both of our stags are down, he's going to play the poison game. He's going to just do his absolute best to poison me. Probably even put himself in very high risk situations to do it like he did last time. I wouldn't be surprised if he literally charged me and tried to poison me. Get like that. So now I have nothing to lose, so I just need to get up on him. Alright, I got him. Now all I have to do is whittle him down. Switch over to Kidoki. Just run away. Give him the same treatment. And then there's the Slifer. He's buffing the Slifer up now. He knows what's coming. He doesn't really have much of a choice but to buff Slifer now. Yep, he's buffing Slifer to the full 6 stages, so he's going to one-shot now. So I need to be extremely careful with how I respond. Perfect. Come on. Hit him with something. No, I messed up so bad there. That would have literally given me a win. So I can only do so much with Bear. Ooh, I dodged that poison barely. Go in, Bear, just run. Just gotta hear him, Bear. Where's he coming? I have my stamina back. I need to run and heal. Go in, Bear, run. GG. Holy crap, I can't believe I still got away with that despite a freaking full buff Slifer. Alright. So now that I know he's going to go the full 6 buffs, I have no reason to hold back. I'll do the same. Not going to be fair if he does it and I don't. It's going to be my only chance to survive, basically. There we go, triggered his hack. Go right into it. I've been burned, which means I have to be a little bit more careful now. Almost got him. I think I lost though because I misplayed that. Now he's going to switch to a stag and cure that poison. Okay, there it is. The poison's cured. Still does a little bit of damage though. So I still use it even though he's immune to poison. Now if I do this, I just jump right into that. Oh well. it's not really going to be possible to beat him because he's immune to poison and he can poison me. The only way I'd be able to beat him at this point if I was like significantly better than him. And I don't think I'm like literally leagues ahead of him in skill, sadly. At least not close enough to the point where I would need to be to defeat a Slifer, a Gentle Gaze, and a Skullkin with what I have. Wait, I'm starting to think, does Ruminate do special defense or special attacks? It feels like my Lightstrike did a lot more damage when I buffed him. There's a Skullkin. I just have to worry about him not poisoning me. I can't move, crap. So I want all my Kadoki buffs. He's healing up over there. He knows all he has to do is just run me down until my Skullkin dies. I'm gonna need to get buffed up enough to one-shot him as Kadoki, which I don't know if it's possible. I don't know if Kadoki does enough damage to make that happen. Oh, he burned me, which is not gonna kill me, but it's gonna put me in a really awkward situation where I can't heal anymore. So I'm just gonna have to do some absolute phenomenal gameplay. Good thing he already burned me, so he can't poison me. I think Kadoki's about as jacked up as he's gonna get. He might try to time me out. He's gonna come out with a Slifer. He's gonna buff him up and come at me with him. I'll give GG. Oh, that was not fun at all. There was so much like going on with the basically having to use really weird and like unfun tactics. Alright, I think that's probably going to be about the end of the stream today, but thank you guys for watching, and thank you guys for joining me. I hope you guys had a good time. Marlon asked, which kinfolk is the key? I'm not sure what you mean by that, Marlon. Oh, the most fun. The most fun would probably be Imbear. I think Imbear is super fun. Thank you, Brilliant Loser, for the great stream. Comment. Well, thank you all for watching, and I hope you all join me next time. I won't be streaming tomorrow, but I will be back Sunday. So, if you are also interested in non-live stream content, you can join me on my YouTube channel there. I put it in the thing. I post content every day, Kindred Fate content every day. Mostly right now it is clips from my old streams. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.